India is amongst the most disaster-prone countries in the world. Every year, hundreds of thousands of lives get displaced in conflicts and natural disasters. The repercussions of such tragedies throw the poor strata further into the shackles of poverty, undermining the capacity to recover from social and economic losses. Till date, Oxfam India responded to over 11 disasters and reached out to more than 20 lakh people. 2013 was a challenging year for India, especially from the perspective of emergencies. Multiple crises in the year and the scale of each event saw the need for humanitarian assistance increase manifold during the year. June 2013, the worst flash flood in 60 years hit the Rudraprayag, Uttarkashi, Chamoli and Tehri regions of Uttarakhand. The Himalayan tsunami swept away the lives and livelihoods of over 1 million people in the state. A month later, more than 10,000 people were presumed dead. As an initial response, Oxfam India's team focused on life-saving support, providing food to meet people's immediate needs. Over the weeks, we began implementing long-term solutions, including transitional shelters, cash transfers to secure food needs, and improving people's access to markets through cash support. In the regions of Rudraprayag and Uttarkashi, Oxfam India supported 48,100 people by improving their access to food security and safe water by promoting public health. Zubin Zaman, Deputy Director Humanitarian and DRR Oxfam India, shares Oxfam's response to the crisis that happened in Uttarakhand.
Oxfam was one of the few agencies that were there right in the forefront, providing relief to hundreds of people who were displaced by the floods. The current program that we are implementing addresses the issues of early recovery and restoration of livelihoods for families who were affected severely by this disaster. And our work right now supports provision of livestock to families, provision of assistance to traders who have lost their livelihoods. So and especially petty traders whose only source of income was the business that they did in these villages or along the tourism route. Oxfam is one organization that has persistently and consistently been at the forefront of providing humanitarian assistance in India.
Just as an effective response to new or emerging crisis is the need, so is building the resilience and coping mechanisms of people affected by long-term crisis. We seek to diversify our activities according to people's vulnerabilities by actively involving them in coping with, improving, or transforming the situation. Uttarakhand continues to be affected by landslides, soil erosion, heavy rainfall, drying rivers, melting glaciers, and a degraded ecosystem. Industrialization and development in the region has been set back by at least 3 years. Uttarakhand's inhabitants singularly face an immediate threat to their livelihood if the ongoing short-term and long-term measures aren't supported. Nand Kishore Singh works for Oxfam India as the regional manager from Lucknow and has been managing the various programs in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand.
The real challenge before us is that how we are going to bring back the livelihood of the affected community on the track. For doing so, we need to work at 3 levels. One, that is improving the production system. Secondly, we need to link the smallholder farmers with the market so that they get better return for their produce. And thirdly, we need to create a good policy environment in Uttarakhand that will be supporting increased productivity and return for smallholder farmers. For doing so, we would like to take a women-centric approach in which farmers' field schools will be established, which will be managed by women farmers. They will be trained on climate resilient agricultural practices, which will be including production of vermicompost and use of those vermicompost in the field for increased productivity. Along with that, we will also construct some localized water harvesting structures that will be used as a water saving irrigation facilities, and some seed banks would also be set up in the project villages so that better quality of seed is locally available for those smallholder farmers. By working on that, we would like to link them with the market as well, because for a better return, a farmer needs to have a bargaining capacity with the market. For that, collectivization will also happen there. And then a policy environment is required. A smallholder farmer friendly policy will be formed. For that, Oxfam will be engaging with the state government. So with the combination of enhanced production system, linking with the market, and then engaging with the government for a better policy environment, we will be able to achieve almost a 50% increase in income at household level.
Nand Kishore and Zubin Zaman's teams are working hard to keep up with the changing and fragile ecosystem. For this, Oxfam India's long-term climate mitigation and adaptation work include sustainable rice and wheat intensification, low-cost technology to convert organic waste into compost, fodder plantation, low-cost polyhouses and water harvesting tanks, and farmers to receive farm inputs and seeds under RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana scheme. Uttarakhand needs to be rebuilt and ecological balance has to be restored in the region, and together we have to help people stand on their feet again. We need your support. You can help us reach out to more people in desperate need and join us in improving lives and livelihoods.